So you're probably wondering what is going on here. This is not how I normally start my videos. But yes, this is a brand new series on the channel and it's called Talk to Myself. And so in this series, I'm going to be talking, debating and discussing topics that you guys want me to talk about in the comment section down below. So the reason why it's called Talk to Myself is that basically it's just, you know, me sitting in my room alone and talking to the camera. So for the first episode of this brand new series, I'm going to be talking about my most common topic on the channel, which is how to speak English better. So back a few years ago, I did actually make a video about tips on how to speak English better. You can check that video out right here. But it was like a joke. It wasn't really that serious at all. So now I think that it's a perfect time to make another video on how to speak English better. So when you talk about learning a new language, you're gonna have to think about babies, right? So for example, if a baby was born in Vietnam and grow up in the Vietnamese environment, it's gonna grow up speaking Vietnamese fluently, right? So same goes with the baby who was born in America. If it was born and grow up in the American environment, it's gonna grow up speaking English like an American, right? So what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to go to that environment. You don't have to go there. What you have to do is try to create your environment as similar to the environments of the language you're trying to learn as possible. And eventually you're going to be able to learn that language quite easily, yeah? So back in like when I was in elementary school or something like that, I used to watch YouTubers in England or maybe in somewhere Australia or something like that, I can't remember. But one of those YouTubers I remember, which is Stampy Long Nose, I think you know him if you've watched him before. So he was a Minecraft YouTuber, and back then I really enjoyed playing Minecraft. So I started searching YouTubers on YouTube that, you know, do Minecraft content, and Stampy Long Head apparently was one of the suggestions on YouTube. So I watched him, and coincidentally he was a English YouTuber who was in England, which is quite fascinating. And so I just watch him day by day, 24/7, always have my headphones on watching his videos. And eventually somehow I learned how to speak English better and learn how to listen to English better, and also for some reason I have this accent which is kind of weird. So the reason why I choose YouTube and not radio is that I believe that YouTubers on YouTube, everything they say, every reaction, every like situation, whatever happens on YouTube, is all natural, like gaming for example. So every reaction, everything they say, it's all natural. So if you watch that often, you're gonna somehow be able to learn their reaction and learn how to, you know, react in that situation in English better, you know what I mean? So yeah. So if you want to learn an accent, which is quite easy, it worked for me and hopefully it worked for you too. Like I said before, back to the baby story. If a baby was born in the north of Vietnam, it's gonna grow up speaking Vietnamese in a northern accent, right? But if a baby was born in the south of Vietnam, it's gonna grow up speaking Vietnamese in a southern accent, right? So yeah, that's what you have to do. Just create your environment as similar to the language you're trying to learn as possible, and eventually you're going to learn that accent. And if you have a new vocabulary that you've learned and you want to remember it, I have a really cool kind of way for me to learn it. Now I know it sounds kind of weird, okay, but hear me out. I talk to myself a lot, and yeah, I know it's kind of weird. So what you have to do is, so in your everyday life you lose things, right? Or you're trying to find something, or you do things and you speak to yourself a lot, right? So for example, if you lose your phone, you start asking, oh, where's my phone? Where's whatever you're trying to find in Vietnamese. So this time try to do that in English, and eventually you're gonna grow into it and you'll get used to it, and you just do that naturally. I have this really weird thing that I do while I'm driving though. I drive to work, I drive to school back then also. And while I'm driving, I always think of scenarios that never happen, or I'm trying to create a scenario where two people are having a conversation, and I answer them, and I ask well, it's basically just me talking to myself, but it's just two person having a conversation, and I ask it and I answer by myself, and I try to use the new word that I've learned as much as possible in that conversation, and yeah, eventually I'll remember it, which is quite cool. And the last thing is that if you want to learn how to write English better, the only thing I have for you is just to practice, mate. Just to practice. That is the only way I can think of. Even though my IELTS score is 7.0, I still make a lot of mistakes. I'm not really that good in English. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Just have to practice, mate. That's all you have to do. So yeah, that is all I have for this video. If you guys have any topic that you guys want me to talk about next, make sure to comment down below using the hashtag TTMS, which stands for talk to myself, and then the topic that you guys want me to talk about, and I'll make sure to pick out the comment which is the most interesting. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Stay fabulous, yeah? Bye, mate.